It's that time of the year, everyone. Family, coquito, snowed in with bae, ugly sweater parties, and in most case scenarios, for a lot of people, seasonal depression. So, if you're gay, you probably already are going through some type of mental disorder. It's probably depression. 1 in 6 gay men have already tried killing themselves. We have higher rates of substance use, and we're more applicable to hate crimes, stigma, judgment, prejudice, and even judgment from our own community. Even more than our heterosexual counterparts. But aside from that, a lot of us go through this thing we call seasonal depression. What is seasonal depression? In a nutshell, seasonal affective disorder, or seasonal depression, is a type of depression that is related to the change in the seasons. My seasonal depression usually starts around October, after Halloween comes. That's when it really starts to become festive for a lot of families, and it usually goes on until a little bit after New Year's. If you run into those holiday spirited, deficient bah humbugs and Grinches, please just remember this. It could be seasonal depression. It can stem from dysfunctional families and friends, a loss of a job, holiday brokenness. A lot of people like spending money around the holidays, which can be depressing when you don't have money, because money equals happiness for a lot of people. You could be sick, you're lonely. The symptoms are endless. There's no one way to decipher where someone's seasonal depression comes from, just like where somebody's regular depression comes from. Heed my warning, you need to be careful when you enter seasonal depression during the holiday season, because it can drive you to do some real desperate shit, like calling your ex, increased odds of sexual risk behavior, stress eating, and a lot of isolation. Now, how have I combated my seasonal depression? There's no secret, there's a plethora of ways. So what worked for me is that I listened to TED Talks. If you go on YouTube, there's a ton of TED Talks that help with motivation, some really neat and informative things, and it takes your mind off of depression when it really hits. I also listen to podcasts. Optimal Living Daily. Damn. What also works for me is staying away from artists who make depressing ass music. Adele. Demi Lovato. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. If you love an artist who makes that slow-ass, depressing, lovey-dovey music, I highly advise you to delete it out of your playlist, at least until your seasonal depression is over, because it's not going to help you in any way. Moral of the story, if you feel like you're falling down that road of seasonal depression, do something you enjoy. Please, I beg you. I know it sounds cliche, but it actually works. Try not to give in. Feeling lonely and feeling depressed are human nature. It's characteristics that we all have and that we all unfortunately go through. However, once you start putting action towards those feelings, then that's when we have a problem. Try to remain grateful. Remember the things that, even the small things, remember those when you get into those really dark and stuck times, because that can really help you a lot, and it can help you remain in a positive space and in a grateful foundation. Here's a statistic that I live by every day. The odds of becoming a human being is proven to be 400 trillion to 1. I think they said that you're more likely to get struck by lightning 34 more times than becoming an actual human being. So if you can't see the gratefulness in that, maybe it's best you do call that ex-boyfriend once you hit seasonal depression. I'm actually kidding. Please don't call your ex. I'm so serious. Please don't call that man, or I will come find you and hunt you down.